Go ahead.
My advice is pack real warm clothes. People are not lying to you about the winter. And it's not that it's that cold here, it's that your apartments are going to be freezing. So really bring your long coat and pajamas and slippers and sweatpants and sweaters. For real.
My advice is, if you have a comfort food that you need to survive in a foreign country, to bring it with you. But don't bring too much because then your bag will be overweight. And plan to pace yourself because it needs to last for the entire year.
There's no skim milk in this country, so make sure to bring some with you.
You should live far away from the HUC, alright? So people can say, oh, it's so nice for you to walk to school and like roll out of bed. But it's much, much better to live in the German colony where there's fun stuff to do, unlike Moshe Hess where there's like nothing to do, right? Except make vlogs. That's why they update their blog all the time.
So, okay, as unlike some of my classmates who might suggest that it'd be good to live far away from school, living a 1-minute commute, I never ever wake up and feel, God, I wish I lived further away from school. It doesn't happen. So live close, like on Moshe Hess.
Don't live with an HUC student. Classmates are great, you're going to enjoy spending all day with them, but it's nice to have your school life and your home life be a little different. So that's my advice.
My piece of advice for the year in Israel would be to date Israeli people. Your Hebrew will improve, you will go to awesome bars and restaurants, and you will learn a lot about cultural differences. So, b'hatzlacha.
Yeah. And if you decide that you don't want to date Israelis, you can also make Israeli friends and also go to bars and work on your Hebrew. If your bank charges you an international fee for taking money out of an ATM, use Umbrella Bank. It is a free debit card and they don't charge an international fee.
Okay, my mom sent me a package and it cost me 300 shekels at the post office. What? Now, this is a problem because she had already spent $60 to send it to me. Please don't have your parents write that there's any value in your packages, otherwise you have to pay a customs fee. Make sure they say it costs no money and label it used clothing.
When you get here, you should apply for a Super Soul Moadone card. It saves you lots and lots of money, and I didn't do it until like yesterday, and I've been like wasting lots of money.
Every year there's an annual soccer game between the HUC staff and students, and we lost absolutely horribly despite Allie's wonderful cheerleading that's happening behind you and you can't see. Anyway, start practicing soccer now. Seriously, get good at it, take a summer course, learn it, play it, because for once the British invasion, which you'll know on your own when you get here, they need to learn that soccer is not just their sport. We can do this.
We definitely recommend to do the IMPJ's Ride for Reform, and if you need a bike, there's a lot of students who have them this year who are totally willing to sell them to you at a very good discounted rate. But either way, it's a fundraising event to raise money for the progressive movement in Israel. It's a 5-day ride, 30 to 40 miles a day. It's amazing to train with each other, and it's just it's going to be so much fun. It'll be the highlight of your year, so you should definitely try.
Do not ignore the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. It is real and it is here, and if you spend the year not dealing with it, it will be a loss. I would recommend in particular going on Encounter, which is a great organization that will take you into Bethlehem for a 2-day trip to learn about Palestinian society.
Get out of the HUC bubble. Homework's not that important. Get out and see Israel. Take every opportunity you have to see the city and everything it has to offer.
My advice is to make sure that you get the most out of this year by traveling around Israel, and also to stay really positive so that you don't miss anything really exciting that's going to happen.
I strongly suggest that you do everything possible to make Israeli friends and to make friends outside of the program and have the opportunity to see Israel while you're here.
My advice to the students next year is to try to find a way to get a little bit outside of the HUC community, whether it's traveling or finding a hobby or joining a gym. Any way that you can spend a little bit more time in Israel is the best way to enjoy your year.
So my recommendation is sometime in the summer when you have a good 2 or 3 days off, just go to a bus stop and get on a bus and just go someplace new in the city and check it out. And all you have to do is get on the same bus in the other direction and you're back home. And the best part is most buses end at the central bus station, and that's a really great area to get lost because it kind of like leads the way down Joppa Street. You can go into Naklaot, you can go and check out the crazy bridge and like all that stuff. So that's it. Check out the buses.
When you're here, try to remember that you have this 1 year just to be in Jerusalem and live it up. And there's a lot that you can complain about, but there's also a lot that you can be thankful for. So when you want to complain, try to just think of whatever you're thankful for and try to be positive.
Don't take yourselves too seriously because this is like an opportunity to have lots of fun in Israel. You're here for an entire year. Go out, have fun, go to Tel Aviv on the whim, go to basketball games, soccer games. Just have lots and lots of fun and you'll have a great time in Israel. Good luck.
Go ahead. 5 pieces of advice in honor of Molly and Bess. 1, bring your own yoga mat. 2, take yoga classes with Aviva Schmidt. She's awesome. Number 3 is live by the HUC. Number 4 is, now I forget my number 3. Number 5, number 4 is do encounter, go to Bethlehem, somewhere in the West Bank. And number 5 is just don't take yourself or the whole experience too seriously. Have fun. You'll be a great rabbi, educator, or cantor.
My name is Eric Yaffe. I'm the rabbi, the president of the Union for Reform Judaism. A few words of advice for incoming students into our Jerusalem program next year. Number 1, study Hebrew. Keep studying Hebrew. Hebrew's the key to everything. It's the key to Jerusalem. It's the key to HUC. It's the key to your Jewish future. So that's most important. Second of all, while you're here, work hard. Take the program very seriously. And at the same time, get off campus. Don't have your whole life here revolve just around this community. You've got to see the country and you've got to be a part of it. And also get out of Jerusalem, because sometimes, as much as we love Jerusalem, and as important as it is, we've got to see the rest of Israel and Tel Aviv and all those other wonderful places. My other piece of advice is have fun. Have fun. You're going to work hard. You're going to study hard. It's not an easy year, but enjoy yourself. Israel's a place where you can really have a wonderful time. And then when the year is over, go work at a URJ camp, because you'll bring all your enthusiasm to our kids, and they'll love it, and you'll love it, and it'll be great for the Jewish future.